Welcome to Forsyth County News Football Media Day, brought to you by Bryan Properties. Joining me are the Lambert Longhorns and fifth-year head coach Mark Beach. Coach, I'll let you start off by giving some opening remarks.
We're excited for the season for July 4th. Once that kind of gets over, it's go time now, and so we're in it pretty good. We've got OTA next week, acclimation, and then the state moved up a week, so we get that extra week of pads. And so we've actually got a bye week this year after our first scrimmage, so kind of something new. So we're excited about that, and we got some holes to fill and some new faces to step up. But we're excited about the group we've got, and they're working hard. And we had a great off season in the weight room, so just got to put it on the field.
All right, thanks, Coach. Obviously, you've led the Longhorns to the playoffs each year that you've been the head coach. But this year, Georgia High School has kind of changed the way, playoffs work and qualification and all that sort of stuff. I mean, has that changed anything within the program, or do you try not to focus on any of that external stuff?
You win the region, it doesn't matter. So, that's our goal every year. We've been close. Haven't gotten over the hump yet in 4 years, but we've got 5 leadoff games that are really tough, I think, that kind of go into the – they kind of gave us a breakdown of what we got last year as far as the point system goes. And I think a lot of people think like we're the less of the regions in the state out of the top 8. And heck, West Forsyth has done a great job the last 2 years representing our region. And so, I don't think it affects a lot. There may be more travel. Like if you're a 2 seed, you may have to travel, but it is what it is. You're guaranteed if you win the region, you're home field. So we're just going to go play and see how it works out.
All right, and for the players, what are some of the games that you guys are looking forward to the most? Obviously it's a new calendar this year. So what are some of those dates you got circled?
Definitely week 1 against Peachtree Ridge. That's a heavy one. We've been talking about it since pretty much spring ball. Really, the games that are out of region, those are the ones that, the tougher games, the ones that will get us ready for in region play. So, yeah.
Like Matisse said, game 1, Peachtree Ridge to set the tone for the season. We got to get a big win there. And then just each week, I wouldn't say there's one game this year that I have circled. I say each week it's just we got to go out there and compete and win.
I would say the Tift County game. It's a big football area down there. I'm excited to travel. I'm sure all my teammates are as well. We're ready to play, ready to show off what we got.
All right, and sticking with you, Chris. Obviously you guys graduated a lot of key seniors. How would you kind of identify the strength of this team? What would you feel like is kind of the identity really of the 2027 Longhorns, 2026 Longhorns?
We're always pushed to a high standard. Coach always encourages us to swarm and bring our best every day, and I believe that we're a player-led team. If some guy's slacking or some person's not feeling it, I'm sure all of our teammates will pick up that slack, tell them to get right, and go on to the next play.
I would say we have a lot of returning seniors on defense side and offense, and with a new QB too, he's taken up a big role and he's become a leader too. And wait, can I redo that? I kind of forgot the question.
Yeah, no worries. Do you want me to read?
Yeah, can you read?
Say the question again?
Yeah.
So obviously you guys lost a lot of key seniors. What would you kind of identify as the strength of the team, sort of the identity of the team this year?
I would say the identity of the team is the brotherhood that we have with each other and the bond. And just going out there and not if you make a mistake that it's a big deal, but just having fun, worrying about having fun, and just you're out there with your boys. So yeah, I would say that's the identity, is just having fun.
I'd say one of our key features of the team would probably be defense. I know I'm saying that as an offensive player, but like you said, we have a lot of returning people from defense, and how we've done in the summer, defense has been dominating. So I'd say that is.
And as for you, Coach, sort of kind of piggybacking a little bit off that, how have you kind of seen these returning players work to step up and fill some of those voids? Obviously, quarterback being, chief among them.
Yeah, as we came into spring and even in the off season, we knew we had some holes to fill on the offensive side. We get Matisse back and Lucas Gonzalez and a couple linemen that played last year, all 11 games. But on the defensive side, we feel like our front seven is really the strength of our defense and our team, and they're going to have to kind of set the tone early in the year and try to carry us a little bit until the offense kind of finds their groove. But the leadership has been really good. The weight room has been really good, and so we've got to kind of lean on that a little bit too, of some guys that have played a bunch of snaps, and so we'll see. Like I said, our first five are hopefully going to gear us for what we have installed for the region.
All right, and back to the players. In terms of individual and team-oriented goals, what are some of the things you all are hoping to achieve this year?
Well, I mean, the big one is winning region. Another one I'd say is getting our revenge back on Denmark and West. Those are the things that we talk about a lot that are brought up. Just being a positive team coming out of region. So, yeah.
I would say one of the biggest ones is that the past 3 years we've got knocked out in the first round of playoffs in all games that maybe not Douglas County, but the last 2 years in games that we were in. I mean, we were in Douglas County third quarter down by 3, but just getting past the hump of the first round and getting in the second round and being like West Forsyth, making the lead eight, making it to Final Four, making it run.
I'd have to agree with these two guys. Winning the region is a big goal we've had circled all year, throughout offseason, throughout spring ball, and throughout the summer. And on top of that, like what Huddy said, making that deep playoff run, getting over that hump, and really getting the ball rolling is really important to us.
And last question for the players. Now that you guys have kind of been in the program, been through the underclassmen role, and now getting to step into some of these leadership roles as seniors now. Just what has it meant to you to be part of the Lambert program, and how excited are you to kind of try to leave a legacy here your last year?
It's definitely a brotherhood. It means a lot to me. I grew up with these guys. I've known most of these guys since we were in elementary school. So it's a great thing to just play with the people you've known for so long. And the legacy I just want to leave here is just to continue that tradition, continue the community, continue the brotherhood.
So can you repeat that question again?
Yeah, no worries. Obviously you guys have, gotten playing time and stuff the last couple years. So, it's not like you're starting fresh, but now that you're seniors and being able to take on, more of a ownership of the team, what does that mean to you, and what does it mean to have been, a part of this Lambert program for this number of years?
I'm just so grateful to be part of Lambert, just being a starter since sophomore year and just playing with the guys my sophomore year, the seniors. I looked up to them so much, and I want to do how I looked up to them. I want to be the same for the sophomores coming up this year, and I just want to make that connection with everybody and just really build a bond with the team, and I think that could help us go far in the playoffs.
I wasn't here freshman year because I moved from up north, but when I came down, I felt very welcomed and accepting from Lambert themselves, and to me, I want to make a very big impact this year, not just for me but for the team, because that's where it all matters. It's the team first. So.
All right, and lastly for you, Coach, just kind of overall, what are you looking forward to the most this season?
I'm ready for August 7th to get here when we can go line up against somebody else. Like I said, we get an OTA next week at North, and so we kind of we've been to one. We're missing a lot of guys with other sports, but in that first one, But we should have everybody back next week and kind of get us kind of leaning into the season. And I'm excited for these guys. It goes by fast. These guys were ninth graders and went undefeated, and some guys have kind of disappeared in that group. But these guys are great leaders on the field. They're great leaders in the weight room, classroom, and in the community. And so I'm excited for what lies ahead for them and what we hold. Our expectations don't change. That's why we're playing as tough a schedule as we can on the front end to get us ready for our region.
All right, Coach. Thank you again to the Lambert Longhorns and head coach Mark Beach for joining us at Forsyth County News Football Media Day, brought to you by Bryan Properties. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, Andine Chevrolet, Los Rios Restaurant, and Los Rios Cantina, as well as a special shout out to Pop In for hosting us. I'm FCN Sports editor Nicholas Sullivan, and thank you for watching.